Good evening, cellar dwellers. Welcome to another live segment of Henry James in the Basement. Well, hello, pal. What's up? Come on up here. Come in. Come in. Come in. Oh, all right. My boy Elvis is hanging out with me tonight for this segment. He's our special guest in the audience. Is he going to come on up here? You going to come on up here? So I got it was a great weekend. Lots of cool shit went on this weekend. And yesterday I got to ride my motorcycle with two really good friends. We rode 170 miles from coast to coast. We never left the state, and we had a wonderful day. Rode around the quad and got some fresh air. I believe fresh air is wonderful for the soul. I feel better just being outside than cooped up like we're supposed to be, and it was wonderful to get some cool air. And I wore, usually I wear a full face in this weather, and yesterday I wore my beanie helmet just so I could feel every bit of breeze get hit with every bug, and just be part of nature again. It was wonderful, and that was just awesome. And then I came home. Hey, nice to see you. Oh, I didn't get it. I have a guitar. I have a bass case up there. He loves to sleep on the bass cases. This is Elvis, my companion of the last 15, 16 years. Came to my doorstep as I could fit him in the palm of my hands like this. He was that big. Showed up on my doorstep, and he's been my sidekick ever since. Where was I? Yeah, yesterday was very cool, and then I came home, and I watched Darren Pinto's segment with Trina Bertel from Halligan's, and it wasn't good, and it was kind of the way things I thought were going to go, and a lot of clubs are going to have a hard time getting it back together, and everything's a maybe, and everything's an if, and maybe, and when, and unknown. So the world of live music right now is pretty much at a standstill, both on a local level and on an international level also. Bands are just now discovering ways around it, and doing live streaming and getting together. After I watched Darren's segment with JD and the Mayor and Trina, I was kind of bummed. I'm like, I didn't want to face the facts, but these are the facts, and there's a new way of life blooming on the horizon, and musicians and music has never been more at stake than it is now, and people need to find new ways around getting their music out there, seeing heard, getting played or paid or whichever. So it was cool that I seen a whole bunch of my friends' bands yesterday. It was a beautiful day out. My buddy's band, Stoned Wasp, I think they're from right over the New Hampshire border. My buddies from Methuen, Kevin Johnson, spectacular job. They played outside for an hour and something for us live, and I thought that was fantastic. The band was great. And then I got to see, on Friday night after Darren's show, I got to see my buddy's band, a Pantera tribute band, play live at Drafters. Drafters is live streaming shows, private shows. There's nobody there, obviously, no alcohol, no nothing. You're just there to play and you go home. And I think they're letting bands stream shows, whoever was brave enough or whatever. Then I seen my other buddy's band, Track Down, with George Joseph on bass and Ron Stacy on guitar, and they just killed Leave Your Hat On. And what a freaking version. And they were playing out in their driveway yesterday, and it was really cool to see that music really grabs the soul, and you could take the musician, what is it saying? You can take the music from the musician, but you never can take the musician from the music. It's something like that. And it shows, because, you know, I gave it up for a while, and I'm playing again more than ever, and to watch all these guys have so much heart and soul and balls to get out there and strut their stuff and play in the driveway or do whatever they have to do to get together and play music and be human. And it was spectacular to see everybody. So, which brings me to my next news is, well, hello, pal. My news is the Tony Soul Project is going to do a show in a location undisclosed next Saturday at 5 p.m. We're going to go live for an hour and a half, I believe. An hour and a half show, maybe longer, we don't know. But we're going to move our equipment. We're going to a location way out west of the Mississippi, west of the Blackstone, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to set up in a undisclosed location, and we're going to have ourselves a full-blown show. Five people, me, Tony, Marcus, James, and Mikey. We're gonna bring it to you. The way music is going, Tony Soul, I've been meeting with the guys every week, and we talk quite a bit, mostly daily, every other day or whatever. We kind of seen the way this was going, and we've been planning for this. We're not the most technically savvy guys, and we're learning as we go along too. But we kind of seen where all this was going, and we kind of seen where the club scene was going to go, and how it's going to take maybe years to recover from this. You know, it's not going to be like flipping a switch on and everybody's going to go hang out in the club. It's not going to happen. I'm just hoping to be able to go to a bar and have a beer someday again. Never mind being able to play. I who knows when that's going to happen again, or if it's going to happen again. We don't know. So the future's unknown. So what you got to do is prepare. We've been preparing. As much as it went against a lot of people's wills and judgments, and we got chastised for it, we continued playing throughout the quarantine. And we played, we quarantined for 2 weeks. We play, we quarantine for 2 weeks. We play, we quarantine for 2 weeks. That's how we did it. We did it just like the way Governor Baker told us to do it. So we kind of been preparing for this, and like I said, I think this is going to be the wave of the future, and I think this is the way things are going to go, at least for the immediate future anyway. Who knows for the long term? Like I said, who knows what our fearless leaders have in store for us next. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll take it from there. Meantime, like I said, the Tony Soul Project will be going live west of the Blackstone next Saturday at 5 p.m. It'll be a full-blown show and a wonderful little, let's just call it a juke joint, okay? So until then, I'm going to jam a little bit on a happy song, because it was a pretty good weekend. You know, got to live my life a little, got to ride my motorcycle. I didn't get to play no music, but I got exciting news about playing music, so I'm good with that. So today I'm going to jam a little tune. I got out my 64 pre-CBS Fender P bass. This bass has just become my connected at my hip. It's just my bass now. This has become the instrument. So today I'm looking at a song. I wanted to do a happy song, one that makes me happy, and one of my favorite songs in the world. I know it in my head, and I kind of listened to it a little bit before. Again, I'm not playing something I know, and this is my interpretation. I don't claim to know these. These are my interpretations of the song. So don't take my word for this or my fingering for this. It's just the way I play it, and because I've never played this song with a band, I've only jammed it on tape and whatnot. Let's turn down the tone a little bit. And the song's by Redbone. And so I'm not sure if you can guess it, but it's a song by a band called Redbone. Redbone, it's one of those songs that my mom introduced me to back in the early 70s that I just stuck in my head, and I've gotten a few of their albums over the years, and they're like a Mexicana, Native American band, I think from the Yavapai, Arizona area or something like that. And the band has the Vegas brothers, Lolly and Pat. Lolly being the lead singer, guitar player, and Pat being the bass player. Fabulous bass player. If nobody's heard of Pat Vegas, go listen to some old live recordings on Midnight Special or Don Kirshner's of Redbone and Pat Vegas's bass playing is fabulous. So Lolly was the writer. We had Tony Bellamy on guitars. He was a very strong religious guy. He was the guy who did the peace dance in the beginning of every one of their shows. And just a fabulous band. Wonderful, wonderful records. Very political, some of them got, and they were Native American bands, so they were fighting for their rights. Outstemmed these guys, and they recorded this song that was absolutely fabulous, and I'm gonna play along with it and see if I can dig it.